I hope you've made it this far because this is really important in my opinion. I know I talked about this a lot in my coaching, but I want to reiterate this in detail. So in order to keep your thrive factor alive, which is maintaining high stable self-esteem, an internal locus of control or space, and maintaining your social confidence, it's really important to continue building and maintaining these. Remember, they all affect each other. The best way that you can continue to do this is to have your TQ report with you to really understand it. Also watch your comparing TQ report, and so you have the skill set to understand how to look at your first one and your last one. Please take the time to do this. So starting off with the first 50 questions, you really want to highlight them and write on them and understand your thinking and your limiting beliefs. Especially if we didn't have time in coaching to get to them, it's up to you now to go through and examine them and then evidence them to yourself. A lot of clients ask if there's a video for space that is a lot more specific to emetophobes. Well, that's a tricky question, but the answer really is that we work from the outside in. But everything you need really is on your TQ report for this. Every time you examine and challenge and change one of these, and then you go out and you evidence it to yourself, you're quieting emetophobia. It's going away. Because remember, it's all about you feeling powerful and your fears shrinking. You won't create fear if you believe you can cope. So we have to get your power back in all of these areas. So remember, these match the different domains on page 35. So it's up to you the rest of your life to go out and strengthen them and build your secondary coping skills. So number 12, I very rarely get angry either at myself or others. If you're still noticing this in yourself, it means that you have a limiting belief. It means something is still driving your powerlessness, right? In this domain. Well, what is this domain? The first thing is to be able to recognize the domains. The social anxiety ones in blue are obvious, but it's up to you to understand that this has to do with the thoughts, feelings, and emotion and anxiety category, right? Because I need to feel internal about controlling my thoughts and emotions. So if I know I'm still getting angry very easily, I need to work on this. If I know I'm getting angry at myself, it's my inner voice and very likely perfectionistic thinking. Number 34, if I feel confident at parties and social events. All right, let's say you change this on paper because you're like, well, that's limiting. Have you actually gone out and done it yet? You need to prove it to your brain several times and then process it. Go to the social confidence videos from headquarters and watch those. It teaches you how to process an event in a powerful way. It's the thinking before, during, and after that dictates whether or not you are still overcoming something or you're still holding on to it. So you want to find an opportunity. The rest of your life is looking for opportunities to grow in these key domains. So get out page 35, look at your domains and say to yourself, where do I need to evidence to myself? If I still feel like I'm powerless over losing weight, how can I grow and strengthen that limiting belief? Okay, the other one that's really important for emetos is desire for control. So when it comes to desire for control and safety seeking, we have to make sure that we are still continuing to challenge this. So maybe there's no fair in town, but maybe in a year, a fair comes to town and there's an opportunity for you to ride a roller coaster. If you were previously external and scared about this because you don't like feeling out of control, you have to say, right, this is an opportunity for me to grow and challenge my desire for control. I need to show myself it's okay to be out of control and all these other key domains because I had a fear of this when it comes to being sick. Anytime you feel yourself shrinking back from something, you're gonna run towards it now. And then you're gonna process it and overcome it and speak kindly to yourself and praise yourself. If you haven't had a chance to go on a tour bus or an airplane, do it. Sign up for it. Show yourself that you can now do these things. Every time you do that process, you're increasing your control and coping skills and your self-esteem. Look at your self-esteem questions. Is there anything still hanging out there that you need to work on? Remember, you create and maintain it. You're in control of your mental health. Nothing happens to you. You create your perspective, perception, your interpretation. The whole point of Thrive is that you are in control of your mental health. You create the life that you want. Also, when it comes to thinking styles, same thing. If you find yourself brooding, go back to your brooding questions. Look at them, figure out where it's coming from. The skill set is to understand the connection between all of the working parts. If I'm creating thinking styles, I know my self-esteem and my space need to be worked on. So go work on them. You already have everything inside of yourself that you need. You are fully equipped now.